The Asia Championship was held in late August of 2000, and while the most prominent decks during this time were Good Stuff, Equipment Beatdown, and Mill, the winner took first place with a new deck, Cannon Burn. The theory behind this deck is that Mill was gaining popularity and had a good matchup against Good Stuff decks, and so Cannon Soldier provided an alternate win condition versus the Mill decks to burn the opponent in tandem with Ultimate Offering and 3 copies of Sinister Serpent, which was released as a video game promo earlier in the year, but saw virtually zero play up until now. By sending 3 copies of Sinister Serpent to the graveyard with a card like Painful Choice, this provided 1500 damage each turn of constant burn, so as long as the Cannon Burn player could maintain a higher life total, which wasn't too difficult versus Mill since they never attack. Cannon Burn should theoretically win before Mill could achieve its win condition. The winning deck even played 48 cards to hedge against Mill's win condition in the history of the OCG. So I gotta be honest, I'm taking a look at this deck, and you wouldn't think that this would be the deck that is courtesy of the world champion from 2000, but can you believe that is actually the case? This 48 card monstrosity? Yeah, ladies and gentlemen, if you've never seen this deck before, this is Cannon Burn. Now, you might be wondering to yourself, how the fuck did Cannon Burn win the world championship? Well, Cannon Burn is a direct answer to the rise of Mill, which during this time is still considered to be one of the best decks. It's Mill and then obviously like your typical Good Stuff deck. But Mill was a lot better in the sense that it was able to achieve its win condition a lot faster and able to stall out versus a lot of like the Good Stuff decks that are trying to win by typical means. And so Cannon Soldier can sort of play well against these Mill decks because it doesn't have to get in through traditional attacking in order to win the game. Cannon Soldier is a card that a lot of people know because it's a card that a lot of people hate for several reasons. You can tribute a monster, inflict 500 damage to your opponent. People may remember from like old school days, you can like summon scapegoats and then go Cannon Soldier, sack them all off, and deal a metric shit ton of damage. But this deck is aiming to do something a little bit different. Ideally, what we're trying to do is Cannon Soldier paired with Ultimate Offering is actually quite a deadly combination. Assuming you can actually get to a point where your life points are just slightly higher than your opponent's, because obviously you need to make sure that you're not going to burn yourself from all the Ultimate Offering activations, that your opponent's life points have to be lower to some degree, otherwise you're not going to be able to finish them off. But thankfully Cannon Soldier can tribute itself off, so you already have like a 500 life point head start. But in theory, what you're able to do is summon a bunch of guys, tribute them off to Cannon Soldier to inflict damage to your opponent. Then you don't really care about the Cyber Jars, the Morphing Jars, all the stall cards that these Mill decks have access to. And with Ultimate Offering, since you can go like Sangen into Sangen into Sangen into Witch into Witch into Witch, you're able to get a lot of damage out really quickly if you're willing to pay your own life points to do so. Not to mention, these Mill decks are also playing Solemn Judgment to protect their cards from resolving, so a Judgment actually makes your win condition a lot faster because now Cannon Soldier has to fire significantly fewer times compared to if there's no Judgment being activated. This is also the first time we really see Sinister Serpent doing much in the format. In tandem with Painful Choice, there's an interesting application here where we can Painful Choice away 3 Sinister Serpents. Most likely our opponent's just going to give us one because this is like better than them giving us whatever the other 2 options are. But again, paired with Ultimate Offering, you can Cannon Soldier, summon all the Sinister Serpents, burn them for 15, and then next turn, the Serpents are going to all come back to hand, so you can do that again as long as the Cannon Soldier maintains its board presence, and eventually they're just going to die. So you don't have to go through this Sangen Witch chain like you typically would with like Ultimate Offering, but the Sinister Serpents are recurring damage for the Cannon Soldier without having to worry about milling yourself by going through every single monster in your deck. You can do that to do more damage, sure, but ideally you're trying to get to all these Sinister Serpents. And plus, since you are playing Sinister Serpent, you can play stuff like Tribute to the Doomed in order to just pitch the Serpent for free and be able to destroy the jars before they're able to be flipped and activated. Things such as, Spear Cretin and such as well. It's an interesting deck, but you also have to consider that there are still the Good Stuff decks that are in the format as well, which is where the other half of this deck sort of comes in. That's why we're still playing stuff like Crush Card Virus, why we're still playing some Battle Stoppers like Swords, why we're still playing Snatch Steal, because we're sort of aiming for this middle ground of being like kind of an aggro deck, but also the burn deck, and so we need a hedge against both, and then in games 2 and 3, we can adapt our sideboard for whatever matchup we're playing. So if we're playing the Mill match, we can bring in more Ultimate Offerings. If we're playing the aggro matchup, bring more copy of swords. It's pretty adaptable. And I gotta be honest, like looking at this deck looks ridiculous. Like we're even playing like Wall of Illusion, Giant Soldier of Stone. Cimoooooooo is fucking hilarious because with 3 Sinister Serpents coming back every turn and like Morphing Jar filling your hand, Cimoooooo's attack gets to like insane amounts of damage. Like you could realistically have a hand of like 5 cards off a Morphing Jar, then add 3 Serpents back. That's what, 2,400 on top of the 6. So Cimoooooooo could actually be like 3,000 on a normal summon if you can like clear their board and attack them directly. That's a lot of damage. And not to mention stuff like Mask of Darkness is good for recursion as well. I mean, I don't know. Like it seems to me like that this deck like shouldn't work, but for whatever reason it does. We also see like the first time that decks are really starting to play more than 40 cards, because what's an easy way to beat mill? Well, if they mill out before you do, then you don't really have to worry about it. And so I think 48's sort of the sweet spot, because that means you can survive like a needleworm / like Morphing Jar, but then you can also like use a Graceful Charity as well, because that puts you down to like 45. And then if they mill you for 5, you're still at 40, but then by that point they might be less than that. So it's an interesting number, sure. I guess Painful Choice is like a little bit counterintuitive, but I guess you could just bore that out in the match. Like I said, there's a lot going on here, and I'm really curious to put this to the test against Mill. I know you guys have seen Mill the last few episodes, but I think it's important that we can actually see what this deck was designed to do in practice, and does it do it well enough. So, ladies and gentlemen, let's not make you wait any longer. It's time to duel. Well, Joseph, rest assured, this is probably the last time you're going to play Mill for the foreseeable future, which I'm sure the audience is also probably happy to see that as well. But this is going to be weird. This is maybe one of the strangest decks to say that actually won a world championship for Yu-Gi-Oh! But I don't know. How are you feeling about this one?
Well, 2 things. Firstly, while I'm sure the audience will appreciate me no longer playing Mill, I'm actually a sick freak, and I love playing this deck and Mill in general. Secondly, you're saying World Championship, but we're talking Season 1 of League of Legends, Freak's Basement style worlds. This isn't necessarily a World Championship.
I do find it funny that, like, the first time it's, like, the World Championship. Well, that's not the first. It's, like, the second World Championship, but the first one where it's other countries outside of Japan, I believe. Someone from Hong Kong wins, so take that, Japan.
Get owned.
Maybe they're gonna write in the rules that only Japanese nationals are gonna be able to compete in the tournaments. Anyway,
careful there, buddy. Listen, I don't count any event that Polly Aronson didn't win as a real Worlds, and it looks like you may be in the same position as the non-Hong Kong players here, because I've opened a Pot of Greed.
Well, you may want to take note of our deck count here, Joseph. I've got a few extra cards to prepare for the ever-popular mill strategy that was present during this time, so you better be careful with those mills.
I'm gonna tell you right now, I don't care. Go ahead.
Okay, I'll draw. Stand by main. Okay. I gotta tell you, this hand fucking sucks. I honestly, if that's like a Morphing Jar or something, I might be okay with you just like wheeling my hand right now, because it's actually
drastically
that bad.
Improves things.
I'm gonna set. Nah, you know what? Fuck it. Dark Hole.
Well, yeah, you got something.
That's dumb. Cannon Soldier. 14.
I'll take it.
This is not the way to play this deck. I will let you know right now. But honestly, the way this hand's shaping up, I don't think I have a choice.
Go ahead.
Case in point. Okay. Stand by main. Okay, so 1 Needleworm gone. So it's Jar, multiple Jars, Spear Cretin, Needleworm. Could be Moth, potentially. What if I just do this? I'm gonna set 1. I don't think I need the rest of these. I guess I could find out what it is if I swords, so sure.
It is Cyberjar.
Sure. All right, we'll get nuked. Ready to have fun?
1, 2, 3, go. 5 bangers.
Ooh, that's a lot of monsters. Holy shit. For both of us. Double Messenger of Peace. Okay.
Oh, you got a lot of assholes.
I do. What were your monsters again?
They were Cyberjar, Needleworm, Spear Cretin.
Great. All prime candidates for that Dark Hole that's now in my graveyard. We're gonna go. I probably just like have to get in. I don't think I can really afford not to. So we'll go 1, 2. It's really funny. This Cimoooooooo is actually like
He's
kind of
huge.
big.
He's enormous.
Well, it's not that big because all the cards are now on the field. It's Smough.
Okay.
Which it's soon gonna meet its fate when I hit into another Cyber Jar.
Right.
Let's roll for it. You know, let's roll the dice. 1, sure, get in there, Muka Muka.
Oh, you got it in 1. Okay.
Funny enough, it wouldn't get killed in battle because it's. Oh, I know it started at 600. Yeah, so I would kill in battle. All right, let's do it again.
Oh. Get in the grave there.
All right, mill 5.
Oh God. Oh no.
Ooh.
Uh-oh.
Okay. I also have a witch to trigger as well.
My hand is insane. Please do not hit my morphing jar.
How many monsters do you have?
I have 2, witch and morphing jar.
Oh, that's interesting. I also have 2 monsters.
Yes, but they're terrible.
Yeah, it doesn't matter. I just need to flip your jar, right?
Yeah, I guess.
I guess the problem is I'm also getting really good cards to my hand.
Yeah, you're gonna lose your Feather Duster, Charity, Crush Guard Virus. Oh no.
But you would lose your Graceful as well, so I'm kind of okay.
Fine. My deck's full
Yeah.
of bad cards.
Sure, we're gonna get in. I trust the wall. The wall will hit the morphing jar.
It did, yeah.
I'm so good. I'm just so good. All right, let's discard him.
Oh, this is oh boy.
This is kind of crazy. I'll draw 5 while you're still discarding. Okay, so you draw your 5. See, at this point, I'm just gonna mill you.
Yeah, I mean, it seems pretty good.
What is the set? What I know what it is.
The other one's Witch.
It's Witch. Oh, speaking of which, I forgot my Witch search. That's mandatory. I guess I'll just do that now. It's kind of a bit late. Sinister Serpent, whatever. This card's legal now.
It's like that would have probably been better to discard.
Okay, well, if I know that's Witch, I can't attack it, but I'll leave the faith in attack, obviously, because I wanted to hit the jar no matter what, just because you had 4,000 cards to my... I guess I'll Pot of Greed. I don't really want to, like... Oh, actually, this... I don't even know if that's a good thing, actually. Did not summon this turn? This all started with me activating swords, didn't it? Because the Cyber Jar blew up, and then I just went to battle phase and started hitting. With that being the case, I will just set 1, and I've got 6 in hand. I think I'm okay with that. Go ahead. So this is interesting. You really need, like, needleworms to resolve here to get my deck count below yours.
Yeah, that is true. And I am not there on Cretans.
You have 2 needleworms gone already, but Cretan can get him back.
Go ahead.
Oh, gee. I wonder what that could be. Okay, I'll draw. Turn 1 on swords. Not like it fucking matters. You're not attacking me. I guess this is always how we're starting this turn. Giant Trunade.
Yeah, well.
Magic Jammer. Sure. You still have all your counter traps besides Jammer. You still have 3 Judgments possibly back there. That blows. Also could have a 3rd Jammer. I'll go Magician of Faith for Harpy's Feather Duster.
Boy, that's disastrous. Sure.
I will try to activate Harpy's Feather Duster.
Okay, well, obviously that's not going to happen. I guess I will Judgment here.
Put you down to 33.
Yep.
Raigeki.
Oh, that is really not good.
Ooh.
We'll go Witch here.
And it resolves. Yeah, Witch is fine.
I'm going to grab Spear Cretan.
Okay. I guess I try for it. Reborn, target Cannon Soldier. Battle?
Yeah.
Oh, you could have Mirror Force.
I could.
Could have Mirror Force. Is there a way I can do this to where Mirror Force doesn't own me? 3, 6, 16, 3K. I get 2K just from Cannon Soldier. So I only need to do 1,300. I'm going to put this Cannon Soldier in defense. We'll go 3.
I do have Mirror Force.
So it saves him. Guess I could have put one of the moths, or my other moth to defense, but that's fine. Second main, I have yet to perform a summon that wasn't from the graveyard. So let's go for... I'm going to set a monster, and I'll pass. Set 1. Okay, that's really slow. I'm going to flip Mask of Darkness, target Ultimate Offering.
Yes.
I'm going to set a card. It could be anything. Okay, so what's the set? You got 3 Sangens. You search Spear Cretan off of your Witch. It's probably just that. I think I'm okay with that. What's Cretan's defense? not going to be able to get in, though. Probably doesn't matter. We'll go Cannon Soldier. I'm going to sack off the Mask of Darkness.
Yeah, I'll take 500 here.
I'm going to set 1.
Miss Cannon Soldier.
Oh, I think this sword's expired last turn.
Miss Cannon Soldier is a real pain in the ass.
Well, that's the idea.
Go ahead.
I'll draw. I guess. We'll try winning the game. Cannon Soldier tribute which effect?
Yep.
I will normal Sangan. Cannon Soldier effect.
I'll take 5.
Sangan effect.
Yep.
Get Sangan. Ultimate offering. Well, that's gonna stop me there. Okay. That's gone. You're on 9.
I gotta immediately figure out something for this soldier, unless he got reborn, in which case I'm dead now.
Unfortunately, I don't. I might be able to get there, potentially. Judging based off the cards in my graveyard, I don't think so, though. I already summoned. I will just pass.
Okay. Shit. 1,300, huh?
2 Cyber Jars gone.
Yeah.
Now you would have flipped that fucker as fast as you could.
Oh, I would have. Let us flip some in Needleworm.
Mill 5? Yeah.
Yeah.
Those are all good.
Oh, I needed a monster with a high attack stat to hit the graveyard.
To reborn? That's so funny.
I do have Cretan, which can get Cyberjar, but I'm just dead on board. Yeah, you got it.
Well, wow. Oh my god, the cannon burn is real.
That one was irritating. Why are you playing 48 cards? Such a problem.
It's the world champion, Joseph. He was on the strats.
I guess. Let's go Graceful.
I gotta admit, I was kind of shitting on this deck in the profile, but this is interesting.
Let's go Graceful.
Okay.
Shoot, I don't know. Bada bing, bada boom. Go ahead.
Okay. I have Pot of Greed, if that resolves.
Yeah.
Okay. Ooh, not super fantastic. Let's start with Tribute to the Doomed.
No, that's fine. It's just Needleworm.
Good. Okay. That's some crisis averted. I'll duo you.
Oh my god. Yeah.
If it resolves.
Well, that is the one that I wanted.
Okay. True
We'll
form.
lose Feather Duster here.
I will set. Go ahead.
Okay, well, that's not so bad. That's Moth, and I'm on a Swords, and you're just gonna Moth. Let's do that.
It is Moth. Pot's probably the pick here. You got 2 other sets, though. Or 2 other cards in hand. You Graceful for 1 million. Yeah, I'll take Pot. Okay, I'll draw. Standby Serpent comes back.
Yep.
I'll pot. Hopefully get
Yep.
something good here. We will set a monster. I'll set a back row, and I will pass it back. Turn 1 on Swords.
Which? Wah.
That is okay.
Spear Cretan.
Just want to make sure it flips. That's fine. I'll draw. Standby main. I will set another one. Go ahead. Turn 2 on Swords.
I'll hit the new one.
Take your 100, sir.
Ooh, I'm getting owned. I don't know. Go ahead.
I just made your judgment that much cheaper. It's fine.
Ooh, yeah.
Standby main. We can try it. I'll Dark Hole.
Oh, that is just disastrous. Actually, is it that bad?
You get Cretan's effect, so I don't think it's... And you get a Witch, too. So I don't think it's that bad.
Yeah, sure.
Okay. Another Cyber Jar. That's pretty good. Okay, so... Is Cretan mandatory? It is.
Yeah.
So I guess your turn player, so you can, I guess, do your stuff first.
I'll get
Oh,
Cretan.
technically... I'm technically chain 3 and 4, so I would have to pick first before.
Yeah.
What do I want? I'll take a Cannon Soldier, and let's get a Sangan. All right, and then Cretan for Cretan.
Yes. And I will grab Morphing Jar here.
Okay. Cretan gets set. I'm gonna normal Cannon Soldier.
What are you setting off, Cretan?
Oh, I'm sorry. I get to pick something. Thank you. I will set a witch. Why not?
Sure.
I will normal cannon soldier. Cannon soldier. Oops, not sack himself. Sack the witch.
That is also fine. I'll take 5.
Take 5. Witch effect.
Yep.
I'll grab a Sangan. Ultimate offering.
Oh, Jesus Christ.
We'll go... how do I want to do this? Pay 5 for Sinister Serpent. Sack Sinister Serpent. Pay 5 for Sinister Serpent. Sack Sinister Serpent.
Yep.
And then I think I'm just going to pass there. Your swords is up. I know you have Morphing Jar off the Witch.
Cretan.
Dark Hole, you can get back like Jar... I mean, you could just Cretan Loop. It's not like it matters. Well, I mean, doing this, I could just get the Soldier back, but I guess the difference is you can get like a Jar. I'm going to Jammer this.
That's no good. All right.
All right. Draw. Get my Serpents back.
I guess I'll take 900 here.
Cretan effect.
And yeah, I will Cretan effect here.
Oh, it's mandatory.
Let's grab Cretan.
I'm gonna grab Witch. We'll just set her. Whatever. I'm gonna see where this goes. Cannon soldier
Yeah,
for 5.
I'll take it.
We'll
you know I'm
use
taking
Witch.
it, buddy. Yup.
Get Witch. Witch. Tribute Witch.
Yep.
Effect Witch.
Yep.
We'll grab Sangan. Sangan. Tribute Sangan. Deal 5. Sangan will grab a Sinister Serpent. Pay 5 for Sangan. Tribute Sangan. Deal 5. I will get a Magician of Faith. Pay 5 for Serpent. And then fire the Serpent. Pay 5 for Serpent. Fire the Serpent. Pay 5 for Serpent. Fire the Serpent.
You're getting kind of low too there, buddy.
I am. But life points don't matter for me because you're playing your deck. I don't think I did a non-ultimate offering activation. Or did I do my first one as a non-ultimate offering? I don't remember. It's fine. Whatever. I'll pay. If I did, whatever. I'll pay 5 anyway. You know, I'm going to set these 2. And then go ahead.
All right. Stand by man. Morphing Jar.
Yep.
Oh, hell yeah. Okay. Swords.
It's Moth. You knew that. I'll take... Ooh, what do I want? Dark Hole's cute. Doesn't really deal with the active problem. Tribute to the Dunes, probably okay. I don't know if I want a pot necessarily. Our deck counts are getting too close. I'll take the Tribute to the Doomed, I guess.
Spear Cretan. I'm gonna get Spear Cretan.
Oh, it's when it dies.
Oh, wait, yes. Sorry, I'm skipping a step.
Yeah.
Change of heart, target, cannon soldier.
Oh, I see. Cute.
Yeah.
Am I gonna die here? Let's see.
Well, if you don't do anything, I'm planning on killing you.
I'm thinking about it, yeah. Because Cannon Soldier, you've got 15. The Cretan can get another 5. Oh, that's pretty fucking good. I guess show me your judgment then.
I don't have it, no.
Okay.
I don't have it.
All right. Down to 1250 though.
Okay. What did you get off the Magician of Faith? Dark Hole?
Tribute to the Doom.
Tribute to the Doomed. Okay. Let's go battle.
Yeah, that's fine. Stand by. I'll resolve 3 Sinister Serpent.
Yup.
Very stupid. Very fucking stupid. And then main one. We will go... you've got a million back row. Tribute to the Doomed. The new set.
Well, it's Morphing Jar, so...
Okay. Giant Trunade.
Ooh, Magic Jammer.
Any day, dueling book. I'm going to turn this Cannon Soldier to defense. And then have not summoned this turn. I'm going to normal Sinister Serpent. Fire it off with Cannon Soldier.
Okay.
She's down to 2k. Don't have anything set up right now. Duster's gone. I'm pretty sure Duster's limited by this point. I will set a card. I guess I'll fire my own swords out of an abundance of caution and pass. It's turn 1 on your swords. I'm a bit
go
low.
ahead.
You still have right, Geki. All right, turn one on mine. Draw, standby, get my serpents. Yeah, that's fine.
Yep.
You can put them to defense. Give me my serpents. All right, main one. I think we do that, and what happens? That doesn't do what I want. That's so lame. Sorry, I'm just thinking. That. I'm going to reborn target cannon soldier. Which effect? I don't even know if I have targets. Oh, I do. Okay. We'll get sure Mask of Darkness, whatever. Ultimate offering for a Sinister Serpent. Heavy Storm.
That's fine.
Okay. It's Messenger and Judgment. Okay. Now we just win because you can just normal another thing and just sack everything off.
Oh, had you only used ultimate normals?
Correct.
Yeah, you got it.
Either way, I think you were cooked, because if you Judgment, yeah, your life's going to be low enough that I can just do it anyway. Okay. I'd ask if you want to do a game 3, but I don't even know if you feel like it
I'm good. I feel like this is a 100-0. I feel like I'm playing so many cards that are like, yeah, stop the attacks forever, and it's like, yeah, this deck actually doesn't care about it. It's annoying because, like, there's not even a good way to deal with Cannon Soldier as a form of inevitability, because, like, I can Dark Hole it or whatever, but you're already natively playing more, like, Monster Reborns than I'm playing removal spells, and then, like, my main mechanism to kind of stave off attacks is Spear Cretin, and you can just select Cannon Soldier at any point. I gotta say, I thought this was, like, a stupid innovation designed to, like, hedge against a bad matchup, but it really does actually seem like, no, this person was cooking.
Yeah, I mean, I think one of the issues is having to balance between, like, this deck, like Mill, as well as the other aggro decks. Because, yes, like, Mill is probably the more represented deck during this time. I had to side out a lot of cards for this matchup. Like, all of the attack, like, prevention cards, like Mirror Force. And I still can't get rid of everything. Like, I still have, like, Painful Choice randomly in here. But Painful Choice is okay when you can dump triple Sinister Serpent if you're going to give it all to Ultimate Offering anyway. Like, I think I boarded out like 8 to 10 cards, and it's a little bit easier to do when you have a deck of 48, but it's still a bit rough because, like, the first game there were so many cards against you, like Snatch Steal and such, that just did absolutely nothing. So they didn't feel too great. But yeah, no, like I said earlier, I was sort of like clowning on this deck in the profile, but I actually like genuinely think this is like the hard counter to the Mill decks. It's a bit unfortunate. It just came a little bit late in the timeline because we have a really earth-shattering set around the corner next episode that's going to change things quite a bit. And while this deck could still continue to thrive to an extent, I think it's going to be really difficult given the caliber of monsters we're soon going to be dealing with. But
yeah,
Mill for the
they
time
get a
being
little better.
might be shelved. Yeah, they just get a little bit better. So guys, that's going to wrap it up for another video. I really hope you all enjoy. Let's go ahead and shout the patrons for all of their continued support. So shout to Shout1317, Tim00x3, MBT Play Medolce, Moto, Cameron L. Smith, Phoenix the Immortal, Pony Stark, The Synchro Guy, Dan the Man Hoban, Little Fade Leaf, Draconic, Dylan Rare Hunter, JW11860, Extremely Vulgar Man, Brody Eastwood, Flannel Daddy, Chrono the Branded Enjoyer, Twinkle Muncher, Matthew Brady, Uncle Brian of Stardust, Power Rave, both out a stupidly long name that barely makes any sense and is annoying to read out loud, Cheeks McLapperty, Stolfin Amethyst, Wonder Waffle, MBT Cancel by all community soon, cancel by all committee soon, cancel by all players soon, Nicholas Carpenter, Corvain, Calvin Tempest, RIP Akira Toriyama, Daniel Howell, and Life Keeps Using Solemn Judgment on my hopes and dreams. Thank you all so much for watching, and we will see you next time.